Hey, good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome. I just put on the recording, so thank you. And it's just absolutely fantastic to see so many people on. Thank you for joining us. Tonight is our presentation about the Juice Plus products and also about the Juice Plus business. We've got some fantastic stories as well. And we've got a wonderful guest speaker just at the end. So she'll be on at 9:15, Nicola Tolson, who's an absolute legend in our business. So that's going to be really super exciting. So we're going to start straight away. Unfortunately, Sarah has had to attend to something else this evening at short notice, so she won't be joining us, but I will be hosting, and it's my absolute pleasure to do so. So my name is James Sanson, and amazingly, I've been involved with the Juice Plus company for 33 years. So you know, it's been extraordinary, but it's been the most fantastic adventure, and it just gets better and better all the time. So I hope you will agree with me as we go through this, that this is absolutely super, super exciting. So without further ado, and if you are particularly new to our business, we'd love to see you say hi in the chat. If you would just say hi, that'd be great. Or anyone's just say hi. Just tell us what you're most excited about, and that's always great to hear. So let's get started straight into it. And the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be hearing from Paula Wilkinson about our amazing Juice Plus products. So I'm going to share my screen, and over to you, Paula.
Thank you so much, James, and thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Hope you're all well. So yes, as James said, my name is Paula, and I'm going to be sharing our wonderful Juice Plus products. I first heard of them about 7 years ago now, and I instantly got them. Basically, they just made so much sense that you could get so much nutrition and all these fruits and vegetables in capsules. We all know how hard it can be to get all that goodness into our body, but Juice Plus just has the answer for us. And what I also loved was that they are the world's most researched nutritional products in the world, with now around about 40 gold standard clinical studies backing their outstanding health benefits. I couldn't wait to get started, even though I didn't really feel that I needed them, because I just thought I was healthy, but I just wanted to just put all this goodness in my body and just see what they did. And honestly, within a few days, I just couldn't believe the amount of energy I got. I just remember just thinking like, wow, this is just amazing. 7 years later, I'm full of energy all the time. I feel better than what I did 20 years ago, and I haven't had a day sick since, which is amazing because I was always picking up colds and bugs and stuff like that. So I'll be forever grateful for what they've done for me. And if you take them, I'm sure you will be too. So our main products are the capsules that you can see in the middle there. So there's the red, the green, and the purple bottles in the middle. They are our premium capsules. They are made from a variety of 30 raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. They're totally bioavailable. They'll go straight into your bloodstream, and they work at a cellular level, giving you all the nutrients from the 30 fruits and vegetables. So absolutely amazing, genius way of just getting all that nutrition right into your, at a cellular level. So if we go on to the next slide, please, James. So we all know that the more fruits and vegetables that we eat, the healthier we are. But sadly, we just don't get enough into our diets. And there's lots of reasons. There's convenience, afford how much they cost, what there is on the on the shelves, and what's in season. So we tend to kind of just eat a few a day. Maybe what they used to say was 5 a day, and then it was 7 to 10. I think in Japan it's like 17 a day. All our bodies are different. All our bodies are the same. We all need all that nutrition in our body, but by not getting all of the fruits and vegetables in our body, basically we're not getting all that enough nutrition to keep us healthy. So you can see here there's over 87% of adults not getting enough vegetables, 59% not getting enough fruits, and then going over to the kids, it gets even worse. You've got 96% of kids and youngsters, not getting enough fruits and vegetables, and 70% of youngsters. So if you're not eating what you should be eating, you're not getting the, as I've just said, you're not getting the nutrients to keep your body healthy. Thanks, James. So with our fruits, with our capsules, they are whole food nutrition. So they're nothing like what you see in, health food shops and Boots, where you see the multivitamins and vitamin C's and all those isolated vitamins are basically just made of synthetic based vitamins. Basically, they're just made in a factory. What our Juice Plus products are is they are whole food. So we have farms all over the world, which I'll run through in a second, and they grow our fruits and vegetables to the highest possible standard. And you're getting the whole food. So say, for example, like an orange, we all know that most of the nutrition is actually in the peel, but we don't eat the peel because it doesn't taste very nice. So you're missing out on the main thing. But in our capsules, you're getting all of that nutrition. You can see here, obviously, I'm not going to run through them all, but you can see the list of the fruits. You've got 10 fruits in this. I don't know if you can see this, but you've got 10 fruits in this little capsule here. So all the, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So you're getting an apple every day, you get an orange every day, pineapple and so on. Getting onto the vegetables, we know that vegetables are extremely healthy for us. They've got so much nutrition to help keep our cells healthy. Cabbage, kale, spinach, broccoli, all those leafy greens that you only have to Google the benefits of broccoli and spinach and kale to find out that you should be eating them every single day. But I mean, most people don't even like the taste of it. And then there's all the other reasons why you don't have them. So just taking this capsule, 2 of these capsules every day will give you all of those vegetables. Getting onto the berries, exactly the same. We all know that berries are packed full of essential antioxidants that help to keep us healthy. They're amazing for the skin, the hair, the nails, energy, your immune system, and like all the others, just for every cell of your body, help to keep you healthy. Thanks, James. And this is Bill, our cranberry farmer. As I said, we have farms all over the world that are specially picked for Juice Plus to grow our fruits and vegetables to the highest standard. They grow to their peak ripeness. So unlike what you see in the supermarket with fruits and vegetables that have been picked weeks before, because they have to be, because otherwise by the time they get to their final destination, they would have actually gone off. So that you don't get all of that full nutrition in. Our produce is picked at the right at the very end, got all of that nutrition in. They then dry them at a temperature that keeps all the nutrients in. They take away the water, sugar, fiber, and what is left is the powders, basically the nutrients. They dry them at a temperature that keeps all the nutrients in, and then they encapsulate the powders into the capsules that I've just showed you. So it just could not be easier to just get all of those fruits and vegetables in your body every single day. And just imagine the rainbow effect of, so if you say you did eat 5 a day, I don't know, put in the comments if you want, how many do you normally eat a day? If you say you did eat 5 a day, you're only getting the nutrients of, say, the broccoli, the apple and the banana or whatever else you eat. So here, every single day, you're getting the full range of the rainbow effect, we call it the orchestra effect of the 30. Thanks, James. So as well as the capsules for the adults, we are hugely passionate about helping the whole family and helping children right from basically a very young age. So we've got a Healthy Starts for Families program. As a mother, I'm hugely passionate about this. Basically, children get theirs free when an adult buys the capsules. So if you, there's been over 1.5 million children and families all over the world taking part in this program with amazing benefits. There's 96% of families have reported positive health benefits, and I'll run through some of them in a second. My daughter's been taking these products since she was 5. She's 13 in a couple of weeks, and she hasn't had one day sick since she started. So I know for sure that they are really supporting her immune system. So I'm hugely passionate to help share these this program with other families. Thanks, James. So children can choose either at a young age, they get chewables. So they think that they're eating sweeties because that's exactly what they taste. So they're absolutely delicious. But they're getting all of the fruits and vegetables that I just spoke about that are in the capsules. So a genius way of getting all of those leafy greens and all the fruits every single day, and then you can just go, right, job done. We've got, you've got the goodness in. So at least if they don't have the, the rest of the diet isn't great, at least to know what they're getting them at a base level. Thanks, James. So you can see here some of the statistics that I was talking about before. So you've got, after just 1 year, participants, 71% are having less fast foods and soft drinks, 89% are more aware of their health, 71% drinking more water, and 61% eating more fruits and vegetables. And that's just a few of the statistics. There's lots more: less days off school, less prescription drugs and things like that. And that's because what you eat, your body starts to crave. So if you're feeding your body with lots of like McDonald's and donuts and sugary things, then that's what your body will start naturally craving. Put all this nutrition in your body at a cellular level and your body just starts to crave it naturally. So don't be surprised if you give these to your children and they suddenly start saying, mummy, can I have some broccoli, or daddy, can I have some spinach? Because that's exactly what happens, and you can see by the amazing statistics here. Thanks, James. So as I said before, we are the world's most researched nutritional product in the world. We've now got almost 40 gold standard clinical studies, and I'll just run through a few. So we've got immune health. Importantly, I think we're all aware in the last 12 months what's been happening in the world. The stronger our immune system is, the healthier we are and the better we kind of fare up with anything that's going around. Juice Plus have got 4 clinical studies showing that they support the immune system. They've got studies showing that they support the DNA, skin health, dental health, oxidative stress, cardiovascular health. They've also got them showing that they reduce inflammation in the body as well, and getting onto the skin health. My dad had really bad eczema for 20 years. And after only 3 months taking the premium capsules, it completely cleared up. And that's nearly 7 years ago now. Can't make any medical claims, but I know that they've worked for him. Thanks, James. So we've got our amazing omegas, which, like fruits and vegetables, we don't get enough omegas in our body to help keep us healthy. And that's where these omega capsules come in absolutely amazingly well. And instead of being fish oils that you normally see, oily fish, the fish oils like 3 and 6, these are made from plants. So you can see the list of plants there, all rich in omegas, but instead of just the 3 and 6, we've got omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. I call these my liquid gold. They're amazing for your brain health, for your eyes, for your cardiovascular health, your joints, your skin, hormones, all sorts of, I know Sue's on here tonight, but I won't go into it anymore because I haven't got time. But I mean, you could talk for ages about the omegas. They're so, so healthy. So I highly recommend them. And they haven't got the plant, the plastic residues and toxins and things like that you can get from fish oils. Thanks, James. So here's our Complete. I absolutely love this product. Complete, as the name suggests, it's a complete meal. So basically any of these products here, if they're on a plate, they would have all the nutrition you need for a highly nutritious meal. So you've got 19 grams of plant protein, carbohydrates from root vegetables. You've got 17 of the fruits and vegetables that I've just shown you, and so on. You say for this one, the plant protein powder, you can use this as a shake. Amazing for a really healthy breakfast, helps to keep you going for hours, gives you lots of energy, got a low GI, gluten-free, vegan, just amazing. You can have as a meal replacement. So if you want to lose a bit of weight, you can safely use this as a meal replacement. You can use for pre and post workout. And you can also use safely if you're pregnant and breastfeeding as well. So we've also got the soups and the completes, so kind of similar content, but just in a different way. And I love this as smoothie bowl, pancakes, waffles. They're so versatile and delicious. Thanks, James. And then we've got our Uplift. Uplift is amazing for just that, as the name suggests, that natural uplift. So just if you're having a tired moment in the afternoon, or you've, that mid-morning dip, or, you haven't had enough sleep, and you just need that instant pick-me-up. Uplift, mix it with some water. It's made from, and drink it, and within a few minutes you've got that natural energy, and the natural energy as in where you should be if you're feeling your best, that kind of feeling, not an unnatural kind of a spike of energy that you get from usual caffeine kind of energy drinks that are packed full of sugar and chemicals. This is all completely natural. We've got, it's made from mango, guava, lemon peel, all the plants that give you natural vitamin Bs that help to promote energy. The caffeine is natural from a yerba mate plant. Don't know if I've said that right. And yeah, really, really delicious and very, very healthy as well. And I think that's it. Is it? Thanks, James. So yeah, we've got our capsules for daily support for you and your family. I call them my nutritional safety belt. I'll never ever be without them. We've got the complete range nutritionally balanced meal, and you can use for weight loss if you want, or any of the other things that I mentioned. And then we've got the Uplift for natural energy. So if you haven't tried the products, I highly recommend you give them a go. You will, once you start, you will never want to go back to how you were feeling before. Thanks, James, and thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you, Paula. That was absolutely fantastic. I've got to say, I absolutely love the way you present the product. You just do it in such a great way, so detailed, but also you make it such fun. So, and that's what it's all about. And you know what we're so proud about with Juice Plus is that 90% of people that take Juice Plus as customers every day are just customers. They're just not in any way involved in the business. They're just customers. So we're really, really proud of that we've got an enormous and very, very loyal customer base, and quite rightly so. All right, so let's just move on now, and we're going to hear from some people and their experiences with Juice Plus. And I think this is always such a fascinating part of the evening, because we just really get to hear the real life stuff about what is really helping people and what difference it's making for people. And just as we go into this, in case you might like to, would you like to perhaps put down what is your favorite product in the chat and just say why? That would be great. So we're going to go on to Daria now. Daria, welcome to you. And where are you from? You are calling in from?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm from Poland.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. What part of Poland?
What part of again?
What part of Poland?
I live in Rzeszów.
Okay, good. So do tell us your story. Tell us your product story. We'd love to hear it.
Yes, of course. I'm on products since June 2020, and I used to have gynecologic problems, and I was diagnosed with PCOS, which means polycystic ovary syndrome, which means I have irregular menstruations. But if I used veggies, fruits and berries and omega, then my cycle, my menstruation cycle are more regular. Besides, I feel more nourished. I have more energy daily, and I am just happy. I'm just happy to be with you.
Well, Daria, that is absolutely wonderful. You sound so happy and so excited about the results you're getting, and we are so pleased for you. And we hear this over and over again from so many people, but thank you for coming on. And I know it takes a lot of courage to come on a call like this, and we really, really appreciate that. So thank you. And I love Poland, so my best wishes to everyone there, and thank you for coming on. All right, so we're going to turn now to Carl, who is up in Scotland, so we're very international this evening. And Carl, would you tell us your product story, please?
Yeah, hi James, hi everyone. I actually found Juice Plus last year at the start of the first lockdown. A friend of mine introduced me to them, and if I'm honest, I was like, what do you mean? I take these products? Like, I'm not taking no products. I don't need anything like that. I'm fine. You know, I wasn't living the healthiest of lifestyles, if I'm honest. I was a heavy smoker, heavy drinker, waking up in the morning feeling very groggy, going bald earlier than I expected to be going bald. And little did I realize a lot of it was down to the nutrition that my body was getting. I mean, they say you are what you eat. And over the last 12 months, I've realized that. And I think a lot of my family and friends have done the same. It's amazing what, as Paula said, what it can do to you on a, you know, on a cellular level. And when you put it, so much fruits and veg inside yourself every single day, the effects it has are incredible. I mean, we don't need to sit here and, you know, discuss the power of fruits and veg. We all know this, but actually getting the amount you're supposed to in your diet changes so much. I mean, my hair is so much thicker now than it was. I had previously had 2 different bald patches on the back of my head, and a few months ago, and I didn't realize this was happening, by the way. A few months ago, my wife turned around and was like, "Oh my God, Carl, have you seen the back of your head?" I was like, "Well, obviously not, because I can't physically see the back of my head, right?" But she took a picture of it, and I before and after. I actually posted it on my Facebook a while ago. But I went from having 2 like, you know, quite large bald patches on the back, and it's now started to thicken up. There's new hair growth, and you know, my skin's better. I wake up in the morning feeling better, and it's all thanks to the change in nutrition, and it's thanks to the change the Juice Plus provided me. And it was because I tried the capsules. It was because I started enjoying the shakes for breakfast, and it's because I essentially went from, you know, having no fruits and veg, eating lots of greasy food, drinking and smoking, to, you know, suddenly craving, like Paula said, salads and fruits and everything like that. That I've seen such a huge change in myself, my body, my attitude, my energy. And it's not only that, it's done wonders for my whole family. You know, my mum also tried the products at the same time. I think she's now got a, you know, different products, all the different products, the soups, the shakes, the capsules, the omegas, and they just keep getting better. You think, oh, after a few months, like, okay, I'll stop taking them, and then you have a month without them, like maybe you've run out of stock or you've not reordered, and you really feel the difference of not getting all that goodness inside your body. So I thank the products every single day. I highly recommend everybody tries them, and I'll hand it back over and just say thank you for listening.
Great, Carl. No, that what a fantastic story. And I think, you know, obviously people's hair is such a big deal, isn't it? And you know, it's an amazing story, that. I mean, your hair does look incredible. So well done.
No worries, James. Sorry, I forgot to say as well, I also get the free products for my niece and nephew, and they absolutely love them. They wake up every morning, go to mum and ask for their sweeties. They don't realize what they're getting inside their bodies. Like, the little boy won't eat any fruits and veg before, and he now literally, like Paula said, he goes and asks mum, not only for his sweeties, but then for more fruits later on in the day. So thank you. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Amazing, Carl. And we're going to be hearing from you a little bit shortly, so we'll be coming back to you. Great. So let's just move on now. I think we've got Margaret on the line. Margaret on the call. Margaret, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hi, Margaret. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure. I've got butterflies and everything going on with me right now. I'm not normally a nervous person.
It's so important. So thank you so much. Take it away.
Right. I actually got on the products, well, on the shakes in October 2020. I got the shakes because of my weight issues, and they've been really marvelous, and I've been really doing really well. But I was also diagnosed with, I know this is a word I can't really say, I've never been able to say it, fibromyalgia and polymyalgia. I also have been diagnosed with borderline diabetes. I used to wake up in the mornings and I had a very dry tongue, bleeding gums, very bad eyesight on my left eye. But since I went on to I love the shake so much that I actually begin to take the fruit and veg also. I saw that I was getting better. I really enjoyed them. And then next thing I know, I'm taking the berries. The berries I saw Linda was really enjoying them, and I saw that her hair was growing because we speak a lot. So I also went onto the berries as well. And I realized that because I dyed my hair, I've got locks, that I actually bleached them, and then they really broke. My hair was really bad. So since I started taking them, my hair began to grow, and my nails, wonderful, and my skin also. I saw very dark shadows underneath my eyes, and they're so much better now. The bleeding gums has stopped. My eyes, I went to before the first lockdown, I went to the opticians to have an eye test done. And just as the lockdown was open, they called me back for another eye test because they were very worried about it. And to my surprise, when I went there, they said to me, oh, you now have 20/20 vision in your left eye. And they thought because I was wearing their glasses, but I have not taken their glasses yet. They don't know that. But I didn't go into it with them. The products has done me such great things because I actually retired from work early because the bodily pain I had, I could not work anymore. And now I'm running up my stairs, running down my stairs, playing with my grandkids, my great-grandkids, so much more healthier. I feel better at 60 than I did when I was 40, when I was 50. I'm not exaggerating. This is no word of a lie. You know, I've got my granddaughter now eating mangoes, eating avocados, broccoli, really like what, what Paula said. When you begin to take or give your children, when you begin to take those natural, beautiful products, they do really change your taste buds and your mindset about what you eat. I am definitely have become a product of the products, and I will continue to advertise them and introduce them to whomsoever I speak to. So I just want to say to Linda, thank you for introducing me to this wonderful company and the products, especially, really. And that's it for now, I think.
Well, Margaret, you have done so well there. You are incredible. I mean, what a great speaker, and what an incredible story. So you have been through a lot, but you have triumphed, and it's an incredible story, a very courageous story. And thank you very much for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So we're now going to turn to your friend, I think, Linda, and because Linda's going to share her story. So Linda, I think you're there. Linda, if you could just unmute yourself, Linda.
Oh my goodness me, she's done it again.
Well done. So Linda, take it away. You've been mentioned a lot so far this evening, and we'd love to hear your story from you.
Oh, wow. Well, good evening, ladies and gents. This is my second time I'm speaking on a call, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, Sarah. Actually, no, it wasn't Sarah. It was me who actually volunteered. So I'm going to let you know about my story tonight. Now, I was taking the products 6 years ago, and wow, I don't even know where to start. Anyway, so let's go back 6 years ago. Wasn't very healthy 6 years ago. Well, I didn't think I was. I was working for the Met at the time, and one of my colleagues, she introduced me to Juice Plus. So I said to her, oh, okay, I'll give it a go. So I went for the shakes and the capsules. At the time, the Omegas were not out, as you well know. Well, those of you who know, the Omegas were not out. So I got the capsules and I got the shakes. Absolutely loved them both. I loved them. Now I'm really, really lazy, in the mornings when it comes to breakfast. So the shakes were just ideal for me. And I could tell you when I started taking the products, the capsules in particular, I felt and I looked great. My skin, my hair, my nails, everything. I just looked really good. I'm not just saying that. I know I looked good. And people were telling me that I looked good. But hey, so I got made redundant from my job, and I had to look up my finances, as you do. And then I had to get rid of something. So my something was Juice Plus. I didn't want to do it. It hurt me to get rid of Juice Plus, my direct debits. It really, really hurt me. But hey, I had to do it. So I've been temping ever since, and so temping has been off and on for the past 6 years. And then last year, scrolling on Facebook, I came across Sarah, and I got in touch with her, and I said to her, I want to start the products. So, help me. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I start? And while you're at it, by the way, I'll start the business as well. So here I am, 9 months later. I'm taking all the products, every single one of them. In actual fact, apart from the soup, I'm still yet to try the soups. Now, while I had my 6-year break from Juice Plus.
Now, Linda, we're going to have to draw you to a close very shortly. So another few couple of seconds.
Yeah. I'll be quick. So everything just started to shut down. My body, my back, my lower. I had arthritis. Cut a long story short, I had arthritis. Anyway, I started taking the Omegas in September, and they have been absolutely wonderful. My quality of life is back. I'm exercising every single day. I'm eating more fruits and vegetables. They're just great. Get them.
Amazing, Linda. Well done. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I had to cut you short there, but we're
That's
on
fine.
a tight.
That's fine.
But amazing. And, it's incredible to hear everyone's stories. It's deeply humbling, actually, when you hear stories and you realize that there are so many more people whose story has yet to be told, who we have yet to reach with the amazing Juice Plus product. But if you're on the call tonight for the first time, hopefully you're thinking, wow, this is really something that I need to be looking at. Great. Well, thank you, Linda. Thank you, everyone. And now we are going to move on, and we're going to go back into a brief presentation now, and our amazing Carl is going to take us through a presentation about the Juice Plus franchise.
Good evening again, everyone. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly run you through the business. And essentially, this is for anyone. And it's one of the easiest things I've ever come across in my entire life. I found it last year, as I said in the beginning, at the start of lockdown, but it was at a time when I'd actually lost all of my income at the time. I was a commission-only salesperson doing events, right? And events just dried up, and I needed a way. I'd had some savings. I didn't need a way to make a full-time income. I just needed a way to make a couple of £100 on the side to help me get through the lockdown, so we could get to the other side and we could, start to get an income again. And that's where Juice Plus came along and helped me. Now, you don't have to be a salesman like me. I'm pretty sure most of the people you just heard who are also in the business are not salespeople. And the fact of the matter is, because we all enjoy our products, we naturally recommend them to other people. And because we recommend them to other people, we get the opportunity to earn an income, whether that's an extra few £100 all the way up to the amounts that you can earn with this company. And we're just going to quickly go through that. So if we have a look at the 4 ways in which that we earn through Juice Plus. So what happens is you've got 4 ways to earn, which is retail, team building, clubs, and network. Hello? Now, the retail commissions are between 10 and 20%. And you get this on the lifetime of your customer. And now you might be sat there thinking, oh, Carl, you're a salesperson. I'm not. How do I go out there and find myself customers? You don't. You just enjoy the products. As Linda just said, you just enjoy the products, and you naturally end up telling other people about them. I mean, I know I did. I spoke to my mum, and she now tries them, my wife, my sister, and everyone around me. And essentially what happens is it's a subscription-based model. So every time one of my friends who I'd recommended, or family, gets their products, we get the commission, and we get it repeat every single time they buy until they no longer want to. If we quickly go on to the next slide, we can have a look about how that works. And what happens is, if you develop 2 customers a month, you can just earn yourself an extra couple £100 a year. A month, should I say, which adds up to about £2,500 a year. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but that'd cover, a holiday for me and the family. Now everything's opening up a little bit, only to a green list country though, right? Let's not go to Amber, but we're not going to get into that right now. It would also pay off a credit card or 2, I'm sure. And then what happens is, if you find 4 customers a month, it's an extra £5,000 a year. 6, 8, 10, it goes up, as you can see. And the reason it does that is because you're getting paid on the lifetime of the customer. So if you get 2 customers in month 1, you start month 2 with 2 already. So if you get 2 more, you've now got 4, and so on and so forth. You don't need to be amazing at maths to realize how that works, but it just naturally keeps growing. And the best thing is, as you saw all the people loving the products, if they choose not to join the business, they're going to recommend those products naturally to other people, and they're just going to come and ask you. They're going to be like, hey, you know, my friend told me about these amazing products. In fact, it happened to me the other day. My sister was at work. She was talking to someone who talked to someone else, who then ended up asking my sister for my number, called me, and ended up ordering something, or we're working on it. They're going to end up deciding what they want. But the point of the matter is organic growth through all you do, use the products, talk about the products, and then people start to buy the products from you. Simple as that. But what happens is, as you want to, you start to see this couple of £100 coming in, right? And you're thinking, right, okay, I've got people recommending products to me. How do I now grow this business? Can I even grow this business? Is it worth it? Well, yes, it is, because if 3 people who started recommending the products decide to join the business as teammates of yours, and they also develop 2 customers a month, which, let's face it, is nice and simple because you're just enjoying the products and talking about it to other people. Well, you know, after a certain amount of time, when they've got 24 customers each, whether that takes 12 months, a few months, or whatever it's going to take, you're going to be earning yourself an extra £800. And that's because, you know, like at work, they usually say, if you recommend somebody who starts working there, you get a referral fee. Well, with Juice Plus, you don't only get that one-time £50, or that one time. I worked for a company once where you could get £1,000 if you recommended a senior manager, you know, who stayed with the company. You get a referral commission, not only once, not only twice, but for the lifetime of their customers, as well as the lifetime of your customers. So now it's like, whoa, okay, so if I've got 3 people all doing that and recommending the products, I can be earning myself an extra £800 a month, or 10 grand a year. Which is, you know, a nice pretty penny to put in the back pocket. But let's face it, we've talked about the natural growth of this business. More people are going to talk about it. More people are going to reach out to each other. I don't know if anyone remembers at the start of the pandemic when they were talking about stopping the spread. And it is literally a case of 1 tells 2, tells 4, tells 8, tells 16, tells 32, and so on and so forth. And it just goes crazy. But in reality, the natural growth, once that gets to 12 team members, plus yourself, all with 24 customers, well, now you've got an extra £2,500 a month, and all you're doing is using the product, talking about the product, and inviting people to calls like this, and it just naturally starts to grow. I must comment as well on the business side of things. It's not like you have to hold any stock. It's not like you have to, you know, really have your own business. Literally, you just get your own website and you send customers to that website. They order for themselves. The customer ships the product direct to your customer, essentially like a drop shipping business. And that's it. They take care of the customer care. You obviously look after your customers because they're usually your friends and family and, you know, your wider network. Speaking of wider network and that team, so you've developed 24 customers, or let's say you developed 3 people each month, right? And they find 3 people and they find 3 people and so on and so forth. The natural growth we discussed very, very quickly, as you can see, just 6 tiers down. You start to think, okay, if these guys are just ordering their own product, well, now that couple of £100 that we all started for just to help pay the credit cards or to take the family on holiday can turn into just £1,000 a month income just from people using their own products. As you heard, I mean, I have the capsules, I have the shakes, I have the soups, I have everything through choice. You don't have to do that, but you naturally want, you know, you start to get those the micros inside you. Then you want the macros, so you get the shakes, and then you want, and it all just naturally grows from there. So that can end up at £1,000 a month extra income from you, just everyone just taking their own products. But now imagine it naturally grows into them wanting to join the business. And when they join the business and they develop 24 customers, now you're starting to see real growth. You could end up with £13,500 a month. And just think for a second, what would you do with £13,500 a month, an extra 162 a year? But it doesn't just stop there. You know, over time, over longevity, this is a 50-year-old company that back you with tons and tons of support, tons of digital assets, tons of leadership and training, and it's a duplicatable system that naturally grows. So let's say it does keep growing and growing and growing. And as you can see here, if you get to the point where you've got 3,900 people, you know, who have been introduced to the products and they're just using their own products, Now you're talking an extra £11,000 a month. And you might be looking at those numbers now thinking, whoa, that's crazy. You know, I could never imagine that. But we just had an event last weekend, and just in our teams alone, there was an extra 8,000 people who joined the business, right? And that is just absolute madness. And if you think about it, if they all join the business and start to develop customers and get to 24 customers each, well, I say it every week, now you're talking footballer money, right? You're starting to talk £146,000 a month. All right, it's not Premier League football money, but, you know, we're talking decent football money right there. You know, I bet they spend that on a night out, but that's not the point. Hopefully one day I'll be spending that on a night out. In fact, I'll be in the business long enough to get to this point, so I will one day be spending that on a night out. And, you know, just imagine that dreams can come true. It's not overnight. It's going to take time. But the fact is, all you need to worry about is that extra couple of £100 a month that you get for using your products, sharing the business, and inviting people to calls like this. And if we go on to the next slide here, as you grow in the business and as you go up and up and up, it starts with £80 bonus for getting your, you know, to your first promotion within the business. But throughout your growth, there's different promotions all the way up. So you can earn close to 120,000. You can see the number there in front of you, 120,000 in bonuses. Just ask yourself a couple of questions. First of all, an extra £2,500 a year, an extra £5,000 a year. What would I need to do in my current job to get that? You know, to get that in a pay rise, you'd need to be promoted a good few times, right? And how could I get £120,000 in bonuses in my current job just by enjoying products and having fun and sharing information? Most likely you couldn't. I have to tell you what, I couldn't. I'm not going to lie. So, but I can, because I'm part of the Juice Plus company. And you know, all of us have that fear, and all of us have that little thing in the back of my mind. What if I can't do it? What if it doesn't work? How am I going to do this? I don't even know enough people, whatever it may be. Just look at what Richard Branson says. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, you're not sure how to do it, you don't know what to do or whatever it is, just give it a go. Just say yes, learn as you go. And just to finish off, for everything that you get from this business and all the amazing things that can happen to you, all you pay is £50 to join the business, and you get everything I just described and the opportunity to not only change your lives, but to inspire healthy living around the world. Help your community, help your family, help your friends, even if it's just for what we all join the business for, most of us, that few £100 extra a month. James, thank you very much. And hopefully everyone got a little bit from that. If you need any more information, reach out to the person who invited you to this call, and I'll hand you back over. Thank you.
Great. Oh, brilliant. I absolutely love it. Now, you wouldn't necessarily understand all of that. I certainly didn't. And by the way, all the figures we say, obviously nothing is guaranteed, of course. It's just examples. But it does show what is possible, and I think that's the key thing. So now let's move on, and I'm just going to introduce Daniele, and then we're going to go very quickly on to our special guest, Nicola Tolson. So Daniele, are you there? We'd love to hear your story.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me on the call. It's always a great pleasure to be here. Well, I am, and I'm really excited about tonight, obviously. But I am, like Nicola, I'm also a health professional. So we have a digestive health clinic in Harley Street in central London. So the reason why we got primarily involved with the Juice Plus company initially because of the products, because the premium capsules, they were really helping a need that we were looking for, something to recommend to all of our patients that was exactly like the Juice Plus premium capsules, and all of our patients had like fantastic results with them. So I couldn't recommend them enough for any kind of like digestive issues. And this was like 7 years ago, and obviously over time I got really excited about the business opportunity as well. And as you can hear from my accent, I'm Italian. I've built quite a substantial team in Italy as well as Poland, here in the UK, a little bit in Spain, a little bit in the US. And so it's been a really exciting journey, and definitely looking at what's happened over the last year and a half, where, you know, traditional businesses have been hit really, really hard. I'm feeling really grateful that we had this business. It definitely made me sleep much easier nights, knowing that I had this plan B, this additional income. So I would recommend everybody, you know, to cut the excuses regarding that you're too busy, but really make the time to develop like a side business, because, you know, as we have experienced over the last year and a half, everything can happen.
Great, Daniele, thanks so much. And your story is always just like fantastic. And to have built such a big business in other countries is so phenomenal. So many, many congratulations. Now, it is super exciting because we are going to move on to our special guest this evening, who is a dear friend and someone I've known for, well, quite a long time. And it is the amazing Nicola Tolson. Nikki, are you there?
I'm here, James. Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Yes, and I absolutely love your backdrop. I mean, that's incredible backdrop. I love that. But you, of course,
just got to do it.
Yeah, you look amazing yourself. You look like you've been on holiday, actually, because you live down by, you live on the coast, don't you?
I do. I live right on the coast. I look at the English Channel and France from my home, and I've got 2 dogs that I walk on a regular basis. Not mine, my son's, and yes, it gets a lot of fresh air into your lungs and onto your skin, so it's great. I look as if I've been abroad.
Yeah, you do. I always want to ask you, can you see France from your house?
Yes, very, very clearly, very clearly.
Amazing. So tell us your story. Tell us your story, Nikki.
Well, my story, firstly, I just want to congratulate the people who've spoken so far this evening, because I think that was absolutely super. What everybody has to deliver is really powerful, and it's the collective stories that really make our business hum. But I've been in the business for over 28 years, and I actually started this business and Juice Plus arrived. I didn't start the business because of Juice Plus, and I was living in Oxfordshire at the time and moved to Kent. It was a bit of a surprise because my father had worked for Glaxo, and suddenly there was a nutritional product that we had to talk about. And I knew that research was important, but what the hell were people doing, putting fruits and vegetables into their system? I mean, take it back 28 years, and if you were running marathons or going to the gym regularly, you were really well looked upon as a bit of a kook. And here we are 28 years later, and it's the norm. And when Juice Plus arrived, it was fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Why on earth would anybody put fruits and vegetables in a capsule? Now we're really grateful for it. But I had a big shock after I had several shocks after I moved to Kent. And the biggest one was that my husband was bankrupted. Now, we had built a house in Oxfordshire. It had taken us 12 years to build this house. And we've got 6 kids that have gone through my hands with a 17-year age gap between the 2 broods. So we moved to Kent with 2 very, very young children. And when my husband was bankrupted shortly after we moved, that was a big shock because we lost everything that we had been working for and had built up. So I had this Juice Plus franchise on the back burner, but I needed an income. So I went and worked in a local A&E hospital. And that was an interesting episode for me because when the first research that Paula talked about arrived on the scene, it was King's College in London. And that was all about the immune system, which until a couple of years ago, about 18 months ago, people weren't so interested in the immune system. Now everybody's interested in what their immune system is doing. I'm not going to mention that C word at all. But that's why the immune system is so important. And what was very interesting to me was that the antioxidants that you can acquire from eating fruits and vegetables were proven to go up very significantly. But the biggest number on the research was the free radical, the oxidative stress, which came down by 75% within the first 7 to 28 days of anybody adding Juice Plus capsules to their diet. Interesting. Well, I was working in a hospital surrounded by medical people, doctors, and I thought they're going to be really interested in this. They weren't. They thought I was an absolute nutter talking about fruits and vegetables because it wasn't their world at all then. It is now. But move forward a little way, and some of those who are more progressive and forward thinking would talk to their private patients because in the health service, they were not permitted to talk to National Health Service patients. And we then started to gather some momentum because the private patients came back and said, well, this has happened and this has happened and this has happened. And you've heard some stories on this program, on this call tonight. And that was exciting because the doctors then thought, maybe there's something in this, and doctors do like to have money. So when they realized that there was a little bit of extra money that could grow into quite something without them doing very much, they were very, very interested. So the whole thing started to gather momentum, and that became part of my story. The bankruptcy was not the first time that I was grateful for this business. But I had a very small income at that time, and all I wanted to do was to cover the mortgage. Well, I was very happy to cover the mortgage payments with my income from Juice Plus, and then I realized it was getting to be a little bit more than just covering the mortgage. It was actually covering some of the mobile phone bills. And then my income really started to raise, and I kept saying to myself, when my income from Juice Plus equals that of my NHS income, I've got to leave, I've got to jump ship. Well, you don't, because money is like ice in the desert, and it just finds somewhere to go, doesn't it? And what happened was, as my income doubled that of my NHS income, I knew I had to jump ship, and I did. And I was so grateful. I'd cut the financial umbilical cord, and then I was on my own again. I had been working for myself previously before we moved to Kent, but this was really mega stuff. I think women these days are quite incredible. They take on an awful lot, and I really feel that I was one of the forerunners of helping women to develop into the independent people that they are. But not for the first time was I grateful for that income, that extra income and growing income from Juice Plus. However, I hit divorce because lots of things didn't happen. And again, I was really, really grateful for the income from Juice Plus. James, can I just share my screen very briefly?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Are you able to allow me to do that?
I'm going to do that. Yeah, we'd love to see your screen. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I've got on in the background here. Have you enabled?
Yeah. Yep, it's all ready to run.
Here we go. What have I got here? I just want to show you. There we are. That's me, Nicola Tolson, 28 years with the Juice Plus company, and I'm still addicted. That's the problem. It becomes addictive, this whole program. Be warned. But where I live, I'll just show you from the beginning. That's me, and I live here in there. And as you can see, I'm very close to the edge of the sea. And I go down the cliff here, and there's the beach. And in all weathers, in all day, night, doesn't matter what it is, it's just a fantastic view that I have. And it's just like being on the French Riviera a lot of the time. Now I have a beach hut, and it's great to be able to use my beach hut as an excuse to have gatherings for Juice Plus. Anywhere, you can use anywhere at all to run your Juice Plus business. If you've got a mobile phone, just do it. But I like to enjoy people and sit and talk to people, so we do that. I've got a big family, 6 kids together. They're going to kill me. This one is now 31 years old, but it's very difficult getting 6 kids together at the same time. That's some of the family, but 3 of the kids and their grandchildren were missing. Very, very difficult. The reason I want to throw these up is that we've got a lot of animals in the family, but and I don't just mean the kids. I'm sure some of the mothers will appreciate that. But what Juice Plus has allowed me to do, we've got a wedding that's been postponed. We've had 4 dates for this couple's wedding. This is my son, and finally they're going to get married, if everything works out, in August. And it's been delayed because they've paid to get married in a castle, which is very nice along the coast, again overlooking the channel. But I was very lucky because my income is what it is. I was very lucky to be able to take my family to South Africa on a safari a few years ago, and then to take them south and enjoy Cape Town. And they had an all expenses paid holiday. And one of my other sons is with the regiment in the city. And these are the 2 dogs. Now, they're not little dogs, they're very big dogs. And I'm in my 70s, but I'm very grateful because this business has allowed me the time to look after them, to look after my family, to look after my parents who have been struck with all sorts of illness. And my wider family here, I mean, I've probably got a team of well over 1,000 people, but you do have this family, this growing family of people all the time you're building your business. And it is such a life-changing world. You find that your Juice Plus family become the people who you really have much more in common with, and you spend most of your time with. Now, this crowd here, I was very lucky. I've taken several groups of my team to Lugano in Switzerland, which is where the processing plant is. And of course, we've got our fantastic London office, and that's just a few shots of our luxurious and very elegant London office. This is one of my cars, which I sold recently to one of our national marketing directors, because you can't get two large German Shepherd dogs into a smart car. And in fact, I sold the same week I sold my bigger car because it wasn't big enough to take two German Shepherd dogs. So what we have with Juice Plus is a most elegant and sophisticated solution to a lot of problems.
Lovely.
I can talk for 4 days, James.
Nikki, honestly, that is absolutely fascinating. And I always ask you about where you live, and finally I've seen it. It looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing. But I just thought also your story is just fantastic. It's just so uplifting. And for 28 years, I mean, obviously we've all been involved for a long time, but to hear the story about the difference it's made for you,
yeah,
how Juice Plus is a beautifully weaved into your life, and the fabric of your life is, you know,
absolutely
a benefit.
But you know what, James, the thing that really made the difference was this automatic reorder program. You talk to someone once, you nurture them, they become a customer. Reorder goes out 4 months, 4 months, 4 months. I've still got customers I introduced 28 years ago, and I've been paid every month for having introduced them. So it's a program that works. And
well
if you
done. Now, you know, you are a big success story in our company, and you know, longevity is really something to be marveled at. It's one thing to be successful for 6 months or whatever, a year or 2 years, but 28 years, I mean, that is really, really something. And we know that our businesses reinvent themselves over and over again. I mean, that's my experience. It just reinvents itself over and over and over again. But I think what we'd love to hear are, what are your top tips for success?
Well, I think some of the things that I've learned, James, are you just have to be yourself. We see a lot of successful people in this and think, oh, if I do that, then I'll be like them. And it doesn't work. You have to be honest. You have to be authentic. And I think one of the things I say most often to my team is, if you don't know something, it doesn't matter. I've grown up with Juice Plus, and I've learned all about it from just being with it. If you don't know something, be open, be honest, and say, I really can't answer that, but I do know someone who can help me. And if you bear with me, I'll come back to you. And people will appreciate that. Say that you're learning. Say that you're on that learning curve. And I think walking your talk is absolutely vital. There's no point in, I actually ripped up an application form once when I spent a whole hour and a half with a fellow who was so excited about the business. And we went through it and we filled in the application form, and I was really pleased to have him as part of the team. And I said, okay, well, let's set up your order. He said, oh, I'm not going to take this stuff. I said, what? And he was absolutely adamant. So I picked up his form and I just tore it in half. But you know, you've got to walk your talk. You've got to, if you are doing things that are not in the line of being healthy, then people will really wonder whether you are sincere in so many different ways. So be a product of the product. And even if it's just one of the products, get onto it and learn what your body is doing with it, and then try something else, try some of the other products, listen to what your customers are saying, and be consistent about everything. Don't jump in and out of the business or take the product intermittently, because what you do, your team are going to do. So bear that in mind, because they are your future. Nurture your team. And I suppose being aware and feeling that you've got a responsibility to share Juice Plus. That's one of the things that I did hear from the doctors, was that they felt that they had a responsibility to share the information. They didn't want people coming back to them a few years later and saying, but you knew about this Juice Plus and you didn't tell me about it. So you know, we have a responsibility to share it, and just always, always, always remember that it is a sophisticated and elegant solution to modern day problems. And we've got a lot of problems at the moment, and we've got all the solutions here. We just have to share that.
I love that. The sophisticated, elegant solution. I've never heard that before. I mean, it's absolutely superb. So, Nikki, tell us, tell us, what's your vision for the future now then? What's the way you see the future of Juice Plus developing?
Oh my goodness me, James. You and I have been in it for such a long time, and we've been excited and frustrated at various times.
Years.
Right now, if anybody's coming into this business, what an opportunity. My goodness me, the world is there, it's open and it's waiting to hear. All we have to do, we're paid for talking. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. You haven't got to be an expert, just give people the opportunity to share your link to your website, but share it, and share it with passion, and share it with care.
Amazing. Nikki, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
No, really, really. I mean, it's been absolutely a delight to have you on. And, you know, everybody is different, but you have really told us a beautiful story this evening.
Oh, thank you.
But also about your life. And your enthusiasm is infectious. I mean, you know, it's incredible. So thank you, everyone, very, very much for your participation tonight. Thank you for joining us. We're here every Thursday. Every week is different. And it's just wonderful to be part of this. It's just an honor. We're all humbled to be able to deliver this incredible solution to the world. So thank you, everyone, very, very much for joining us. This has been recorded, so if you private message or whatever, I'll get it out to you. And thank you very much, everyone. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon. And thanks particularly for everyone participating, Paula, Carl, all our guests, and particularly for Nikki. We thank you so much for joining us. Take care, everyone. Good night. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. It went well.